Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell. Okay, I got this. It's a survival card. It's made out of metal. It's supposed to be able to just break everything off there. There's a knife, a bunch of fish hooks, some sewing needles, an arrowhead inside the knife blade. It's got saw blades on the edges, and then a bigger rougher tooth saw blade in the inside there. Yeah, there's a couple of things on here I'm really not sure what they're for. They look like sewing needles, but they got a big barb on them, so maybe it's for like sewing together some kind of like leather material or something to build a shelter with or something like that. I don't know. So that's the challenge for today, is to use this. I'm gonna try to use only the stuff that's on here. In a survival situation, you're only going to have what you have on you, what you carry in your pockets. You're not going to have fishing rods. You're not going to have line. You're not going to have bait. You're not going to have hooks. You're going to have what's in your wallet. And so I'm only going to be using what's on this. Now, I do carry a pocket knife on me all the time, but I'm going to try to use this knife. But I'm not entirely sure if this knife is actually going to work, because there's no sharp edge to it. It's flat all the way around. There's no sharp edge to it, so I don't know how it's going to work. So I may be forced to use my pocket knife for some things. I do have a little spool of line with me, but that is as an emergency backup, because I mean, who carries line in their pocket, you know? So in a survival situation, you're not going to have a spool of line. So I'm going to try to find something to use as a line instead of using that. And I'll only use that if I can't find anything at all. But yeah, there's a bunch of fish hooks. There's regular J hooks. There's these double hooks there. There's also a little circle thing that was right here that fell out. I'm not entirely sure what it is. Maybe it's meant for to use as a lure. Like you can make your own spoon lure out of it or something. But I don't know. I don't know what it is. So yeah, I'm going to use the saw blades and try to use everything on there that I can. It's also got a little wrench built into it. There's a little hex hole cut into it there. And, so if you needed to use it as a wrench, you could. But your only hope is that whatever it is you're trying to bolt on is that exact size. Because if it's not that exact size, you're kind of screwed. I don't know if there's a way to sharpen the knife on there or not. But let's just get out there and see what I can do with it. No rods, no reels, no line, just this, and I'm going to try to catch a fish. Let's get to it. Okay, let's see what we can find down here. Somebody cut down all these branches, which is actually kind of perfect. I can use one of these branches maybe to make a fishing rod out of. Let's see. That'll work. Oh, that's got some good flex to it. I can use this for sure. I'm hoping somebody lost all their fishing line, like they snagged something and broke off, and I can find some line. If not, I can just move on somewhere else. Let's see if this thing will cut. Oh, that is not it. I mean, it's gonna work, but that's gonna take hours. And that's actually more like that's almost a 6-foot rod right there. It's got some good flex to it. I just need to find some line. The good news is climbing up is so much easier than climbing down. Now I'm gonna break the knife out of it, because that's probably the main thing I'm gonna use. I don't know if I can. Well, come on. They secured it in there just a little bit too well. Ow. Well, there's a new slice in my thumb. Okay. Now, for the time being, I'm gonna put this back in that baggie and hope it doesn't stick me in my leg. Wow, there's usually fishing line all over the place here. The one time I'm looking for trash, I can't find any. Oh wow, brand new. I'm gonna take that. Still in the package. Have to break my rule and cheat a little and use the spool that I brought. You don't want to tie the line to the end of the stick, because if the stick breaks, you just lost the fish and all your line. So what I'm gonna do is attach the line down here where my hand is gonna be, and then from there maybe I'll use something off of the survival card to fix the line as like an eyelet. That way I can get it to go in and out through there instead of just being wrapped around the end. Let's see what I can do. This circle thing here, it's got a bunch of holes in it. I'm gonna tie it on with a little piece of line. But first I'm gonna go find some shade. It's just too hot right here. Okay, so this thing's got 2 bigger holes and 4 smaller holes, and I'm running this line through all the 4 smaller holes and tying it on there. And then I'm going to use the bigger hole as an eyelet for the line to run through. Okay, that should be good. I don't think that's going to go anywhere. Now I'm going to try the knife, see if the knife will cut this line. It actually did. Wow. Still not a sharp blade. There we go. Now I've got a makeshift reel. I can just hold on to that like that, put as much line out as I want. Now I'm going to use the smallest hook available, which is one of these in the knife handle. Quick, easy Palomar knot. Hope that hook doesn't fray the line on the edge there. Looks like it'll actually work. Just need to find some bait now. Let's head down here, see if there's a caterpillar or something. Exactly what I was looking for. Oh, come on, damn it. It snagged something behind me and went straight into that tree right there. Okay, I found a spot where there's a bunch of active fish, but I'm having a hard time finding bait. Like, I've tried a caterpillar, but I got snagged and broke off. I'm trying to catch something else, like a big grasshopper or something, but I'm a little too slow. But I did just find this, which is, I mean, this thing's like brand new. I don't see any holes or any, like somebody just dropped it. It's a little longer than I would normally throw, but it's a good color. I think it would actually work here. Let me give that a shot. See if I can make up a way to hook it. Just go the other way and just hook it on like it's a jig head. My only hope is that something gets the whole thing all the way to the head, because that's just a little tiny bit of hook showing, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that. I can cast this, but it's gonna be awkward because I gotta pull off a bunch of slack here. Lock the line back on. There we go. I was actually able to cast that pretty far. That worked. Cast it all the way the length of the line that I'd set out. I'm not sure if the camera picked it up. It's pointed down. Basically gonna work it like a fly rod. Oh, I had a bite. He's still there. Take it. It's just a little one though. He wasn't able to take, this bait's a little bit too big. I mean, but what are the chances you're gonna be in a survival situation and find the lure that you throw all the time anyway? Oh, there was a good solid bite there. Come on, take it again. There's two small bass following it. I know I can get one if they just eat the head of it. I usually throw 2 or 3 inch swim baits. This is like a 4.5. This bait's just a little bit too big. Somehow I managed to find a earthworm here. It's mostly dried out, dead, but it might work. Hook is just not quite sharp enough. It's mostly dried out. Luckily it's not completely dried out. Oh, come on. Actually had a bite there. Almost took it off the hook. Can't afford to lose this. Got him. I got one. There we go. That's not the big one that I had a second ago, but I had to set the hook pretty hard, which is why I had to set the hook pretty hard, so I'm pretty glad I made a rod, because I would not have been able to do that hand lining it. Very nice looking bluegill. Well, challenge complete. Kind of surprised I actually got one, especially when this small, with the way that hook is made. I had to set the hook pretty hard to get him. So, making a rod was the right way to go. Alright, well there you go. I decided not to do the arrowhead part. Maybe I'll do that another time. There's just nothing really for me to do with it out here, and it's gonna look a little suspicious being in this park with all these people fashioning weapons, you know. But as far as the survival card goes, it actually does work. Does it work efficiently? No. Is it cool? Yeah, kind of. Can you survive with it? Yeah, but you could also survive without it. So it's a pretty cool thing. I've seen a lot of them. Some YouTubers even have their own custom ones, which are better than this one. But if you are interested in it, check out the link in the description to Amazon. They're not very expensive. So with that being said, thanks for watching. See you next time. Let's not forget this. smells like cologne. A little bit overpowering.